Welcome back. Well, you may have heard Black Friday was a bit of a bust this year compared to years past. But the next day, Small Business Saturday exceeded expectations, making double-digit gains in the number of consumers snatching up goods and supporting their local small businesses. So just how big is small business this holiday season? Joining us with the numbers and some analysis is Kate Bonner, back with us again from NFIB, the National Federation of Independent Business. Kate, welcome back.
Thank you.
I have to say I was pleasantly surprised. I was a reporter out there covering Small Business Saturday, and anecdotally, I was delighted to see lots of shoppers out mindfully, intentionally supporting their small businesses. But you all say 14% gain in the number of shoppers this year over last.
Yes, 88 million consumers participated in Small Business Saturday this year, which is huge. And you're right, it was almost a 15% increase from last year.
Now we have to say overall the amount of dollars they spent was down, but we're seeing that from consumers across the board. For them to still choose to spend those dollars intentionally at small businesses when we saw a drop for the big box stores. Now, I love me some Target and some Kmart,
but I
love it when small businesses are supported. So what's making the difference? Is it that people are becoming more aware of Small Business Saturday, or what's driving this?
I think a little bit. This has been a 5-year effort now. NFIB has partnered with American Express to do this, and certainly there's been a huge push on social media, traditional media, to get the message out. A little over 2/3 of Americans said they knew about Small Business Saturday.
And we know that's huge. 2/3 of Americans don't know that Joe Biden is vice president.
Exactly,
so that's big.
So we're very happy about that. But also the reason it was started was to bring customers back to Main Street. Put that focus back on the local economy. We want employment to stay in the local economy. And certainly when you spend dollars at a local retailer, that's where the revenue stays.
But you and I both know that's tough when times are tough. And even though we're seeing the economy picking back up again, we're not seeing wage gains. Now, I have to give my grandmother, June Ream of Perry, Oklahoma, credit. We were not allowed to shop at big box stores in Perry because she wanted to support downtown and Main Street, and we were only allowed to spend money at those small mom and pop stores. But I have to say now, as a mom of 3 boys, busy, there's something alluring about those specials and being able to buy everything in one place. What else is driving this, that people are willing to spend dollars when it takes a little bit more effort to shop locally and small?
Sometimes it does, and then, you know, sometimes you have to get in the car, though, drive down the highway to get to that big box retailer. And so reminding folks that there might be a local economy just down the street, maybe you can walk to, or it's not quite as far of a drive. And again, focusing on keeping those dollars in your local economy, because then you're going to see a healthy uptick in employment, hopefully, and then continued offers in services, goods. Again, there's been a big marketing campaign the last couple of years to talk about buy local or buy American.
Exactly. I think that whole restaurant, organic, I think all of that is supporting
locally
this movement.
sourced is a lot easier to find sometimes in those small independent retailers than it is in the big box stores, which obviously have to buy huge quantities, have huge inventories. It's not as easy for them.
I like that restaurants were included this year too by making it Small Business Saturday night. Shop at your local stores and then eat locally instead of going to Auntie Anne's at the mall once you've bought all this. We've only got a minute left, but I did want to ask you something very important to small businesses. Many tax extenders, those are tax breaks that have been given in years past that were going to be done away with. Congress, you think, is headed towards a 1-year extension?
A 1-year extension passed the House on the December 3rd. The Senate's supposed to act next week on it, and it is a 1-year retroactive for tax year 2014
on
extension
an array of different
everything.
Tax breaks. Tick off just a couple of them to give people an idea.
Most important to small business owners, small business expensing, which us tax nerds call Section 179 expensing. Also, the built-in gains period was extended, and also local and state sales tax deductions, which is very important in those states that don't have state income taxes.
Some people weighed in, Forbes magazine, others saying, look, these are not the most efficient way to support businesses. But small businesses who like these breaks weighed in and said, thanks, but doing it year to year is no way to let us plan for growth.
Right, yeah. We've gotten in this nasty habit in Washington of doing this every year. And what small business owners want is permanency, especially, again, in small business expensing, so they can plan for their businesses, not just 6 months out, but several years out. So permanency for 179 is a goal for NFIB and for small business owners.
Do you feel like a broken record on that point to Congress? You keep telling them businesses need to plan.
We do.
Keep doing it.
Well, there was a bipartisan solution that the White House issued a veto threat on, which derailed that, which is how we got this 1-year extension.
She throws that out there just as I've got to wrap. So, Kay Bonner, we got to have you back on again to talk about these issues and more. Thanks for joining us. And coming up, who got a red card this week? The roundtable's next with soccer stadium trash talk and controversy at the Treasury Department, plus more. That's after the break.